Hey guys, welcome to Skill-Lync. Over the past few videos, you would have noticed that we've been talking a lot about websites and everything linked to it. Keeping up with that, today we have a similar topic to talk about. Let's say you have to go from your home to your workplace or college or school on your vehicle. You naturally stop when the signal is red. Similarly, if you use public transport, you go and take the seat behind the driver and not take the place of the driver. When you reach your destination, you walk in through the gate instead of jumping over the wall behind. What we're trying to explain here is that there are certain rules and regulations that are to be followed in the simplest activity that we carry around. Similarly, the internet too has certain rules and protocols that need to be followed in order for data to be exchanged. These protocols are commonly called as HTTP, and you would have seen them right here. HTTP stands for HyperText Transfer Protocol. It is used to send hypertext information between the client and server, where the client is you and the server is the point from where data is being accessed from. This includes anything between articles, videos, and images. HTTP is the primary foundation of data exchange in a web browser. Let's see how this works. Suppose you're the client and you want to access a particular file. You request the file from the server. The server accepts your request and sends you back the relevant files. Simple, right? Just that there's a huge flaw. These networks are open lines, and hence anyone is capable of tapping into these lines and getting hold of that particular information. But why would you care? Yes, you won't if it's the case of simple files. But if it's personal information that is going over the net, then this might be a huge problem. This may include your location, credit card details, and other such information that can be misused, almost like someone is eavesdropping. Now, that's something we definitely do not want. To tackle this problem, Netscape Communications came with the solution of SSL, which stands for Secure Sockets Layer. This is why you will often see this on your URL, and if the URL simply has HTTP, then you will have this warning on the screen. HTTPS stands for HyperText Transfer Protocol Secure and is basically HTTP combined with SSL. So, how is one different from the other? With HTTP, one can easily eavesdrop in on your content. With HTTPS, one very well can still eavesdrop, but however, they will not understand a word of what is being conveyed. Very similar to the first scenario, the client, that is you, sends the request to access a website. A series of processes goes on between the browser and the server before the exchange begins. Let's look into it. In order to set up a link between the client and the server, the client first sends a hello message to the server. This hello message is not empty and contains information such as the highest protocol version the client supports, the session ID, ciphertext, and a list of cipher suites that the client supports. Cipher suites are a set of information that determines how data will be communicated securely over the HTTPS line. The server recognizes this message and sends a hello message in response. This message contains the protocol version it will support from the ones that was sent by the client, the cipher suite it has selected, and extensions to establish the cryptographic network. After this, to prove that the server is who it claims to be, it sends a digital certificate that is signed by a digital signing authority like Google. This is almost like giving a student a certificate validating that this student is definitely from their organization. Other than this, the digital certificate also contains a public key while keeping another private key with itself. Now, what are these public and private keys? What the server does is encrypt a message and then sends the message with the public key over the internet. So, only the client can decipher it by using the key. You would think, what's the point? If the message is being sent with the key, then anyone can decrypt it, right? Well, this is where the private key comes into play. The message that will be sent from the server to the client can only be decrypted with the private key which only the server has. Now, what about the messages that will be sent from the client to the server? How will that be secured? We will come to that in a bit. After the exchange from the server side has taken place, the server sends a message which says hello done, indicating that the client can now proceed to send information. The client now acknowledges this by sending a verify message, signifying that the browser has verified the server's certificate. But the work is still not done. After this, the client sends a ciphered text specifying that the messages are now encrypted. Next, to verify with the browser that no message is being lost in the way or no one is tapping into the connection, it sends a finished message along with a digest message which is encrypted. The digest message contains all the messages that have been exchanged between the browser and server till now. The browser sends a similar ciphertext indicating that the messages are now encrypted. Finally, it also sends a digest message which includes all the messages that have been exchanged till now so that the server too can verify that the connection has not been tampered with. This completes the SSL handshake. The connection now established between the browser and the server is encrypted. Coming to the section where the client sets up communication so that it can decode the message sent by the browser, the client now generates a public and private key. It sends the public key by encrypting it with the public key that was sent by the server initially. This creates a secure connection between the client and the server. At any point, if the information is lost, the connection is immediately terminated and the browser shows an error. In the end, we can really say that the HTTPS takes its job quite seriously. But why do you think companies are into investing in the SSL certificates? Well, firstly, if they are not using a certificate, they will be flagged by Google, and secondly, this also increases their value on the Google search page, because Google knows that a company that invests is the company that is serious about its goals. That is why when you buy the certificates, Google invests in it, giving it a top priority on its homepage. Having said that, if you too want to step into this world of creating websites, we have just the right course for you. The link is given in the description below. The course is on front-end development that will help you gain knowledge to build e-commerce-based websites. If you wish to make a website from scratch or gain industry-based knowledge on website making, Skill-Lync is just the right platform for you. Until we meet next time, bye!